Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the strongest wizard, and tonight is indeed Fight Night, and we got my boy Doffy on the left-hand side, and we have Steven on the right, rocking out that ace. Now, this is post-restricted list, so we are not going to see four cost Marcos in this list that Steven is running, and we see the turn 2 play here by Doffy, dropping that Perona. Unfortunately, Doffy did not go first. Obviously, Doffy loves to go first. The majority of blue cards are all odd. So just seeing all your cards on curve is very important. Passing turn here, so we have turn 2 for Steven here. We saw that buggy coming down earlier, and now we see the Whitebeard's Pirates card coming down, bringing back that ace. And quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost, DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my steel product. And right now we have OP05 ready for pre-order, so if you guys are interested in OP05, check the link down below. So getting back to the match here, we saw the Magra pumping up that buggy, of course Doffy taking it, and then we saw the 5k swing going into the Doffy and then dropping the Hancock out of hand. You hate to see it because Hancock is such a good just such a good card against red in general. But we see the Perona swinging into the 3k into the buggy, 3k to 3k, and we see it go down, and now we have a 7k swing going into life, leader ability, bringing out the Kuma and passing turn. Steven now sitting at 4 life with his 5 Dawn turn, and we see a 5k swing going into life, canceling out with that Jinbei. Marco popping that Perona and passing turn. Steven is now creating this large board. Let's see how Doffy is going to navigate around this. Is he gonna just swing face? I guess he doesn't have any option regardless. Does he keep the blocker up? Let me know in the comment section below who even wins this matchup. Something you don't really see too often, at least not in my locals. So we see a 5k swing going into life here for Steven. Is he gonna take it, or is he just gonna counter out of it? It looks like he's gonna use maybe leader ability to counter out of it, and yes he does, dropping that crossfire, 7k swing going into life with no leader ability. Very interesting here, and we just see the Jinbei coming down. Now Jinbei is a very good card against red, being able to bottom deck 3 cost or lower cards on KO, of course, which is very important. Trading 1 for 1 is just very good. Destroys Law, honestly. Most times Law just plays around it by just not attacking it. But we see the 1 cost Machina coming down, swinging 5k maybe into life here and countering out of it. And we see the Magra here, 5k into life, and he is going to take it. 5k into the Kuma here with that leader. Let's see if Doffy is going to let it go. Does he have a Pacifista if he doesn't want to let it go? No, he counters out of it with the Perona. 7k swing, he does end up letting it go, and then dropping that 6k Pacifista, and we see the search once again grabbing that Jozu off Steven here, and I mean, this man is searching. Does he want to grab the Ezo? But he grabs another ace. That is the second ace he's grabbed, so we know for a fact he has 2 aces in hand, and now the life count is 3 to 3. Let's see how Doffy's going to combat this board. I'd imagine no matter what, we take out the Machino and maybe we start picking at the Marco, or do we even go face? A lot of options here that Doffy player has, but we're going to start off with the Perona, setting our deck up for that Doffy leader ability. Of course, being super good in this matchup. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it already, but shout out to the Doffy player on the left hand side, rocking out that Law mat with the Doffy. The color combination is on point, my guy. I really digging that. So getting back to the match, attaching to the leader here, are we going to see the leader ability 7k going into 6, ability to bring back another Jinbei? I wish he did swing 8k here just so that it was a 2k counter plus something else, but we just see the Jozu coming down, and now we see another 6k attack here, maybe possibly going to, no, we are going to back out of that. It looks like we're going to swing 5k into the Magra. Very interesting here. And it looks like a 6k into the Machino. Yep, that's definitely going to go down. And with 2-5 open, we see a 5. We see the 4 cost 6k vanilla coming down actually. So let's see here what Steven is going to end up doing. Does he go for board? Does he go for life? really all depends here. But we see 7 cards, 7 Dawn tapping to throw down that Ace. Ace being such a crucial card in clearing boards. Just -3K is just incredible. So we see both of those characters coming down in an instant, in a flash almost. And now we see 7K going into the Jinbei, and it is going to go down. Unfortunately, does not get to remove any bodies because there's no 3 costs. And we see the 6K going into life, and Doffy's going to take it. Now Doffy's at his 10 Dawn turn. Now, Doffy can do a lot at 10 Dawn. Now we have Mihawk live, of course. We can use the ability for Doffy still if we have correctly, organized our PreOrder plays here. But let's see exactly what he wants to do. I mean, honestly, if you just go for life here, you are not looking too hot. Because we have 3 attackers, of course, Steven with the leader plus Marco plus Ace, yeah. So we see an 8K swing. I am a 9K swing. I'm sorry, I do apologize for that. Into the Ace, and it looks like we're gonna do the Red Hawk popping the PreOrder. You hate to see it, honestly. PreOrder not going down is not the worst, but it's not great. Another 9K swing into the Ace, and it does go down, and then dropping that Kuma off the top of the deck, of course, using that leader ability. And now Doffy has 2 up. Are we baiting a love beam here? What exactly here does Doffy have? And we see Steven eyeing another Ace. Ace is just, like I said, a broken card. -3K to 2 cards, plus the removal. Like you're just gonna destroy this board here. Getting rid of that gecko pretty easily here. 7K into 2K Kuma. Yeah, it's rough. Oh, and no, we're going to life here, and 7K swing into that Kuma, finally going down, bringing out that Pacifista. Like I said, my man Doffy has got all of his Pacifistas in hand. Now he is able to try to clear up the board here. I don't think Doffy has even an option not to clear board. Even if you were to go for life here, Steven is presenting lethal. And yeah, it's kind of rough right now. It's definitely looking a little rough for Doffy. Let's see here what he can do. And we see a 6K swing flat into the Marco. I don't hate it because we are being able to pitch a card, and most likely it's probably going to be an event card, and it is going to be that 4-cost Marco, a 6K going into the Marco, and he's going to go ahead and revive it, trashing the round table. And now Doffy is at his 9 Dawn, and we see the Mihawk bottom decking the Ace. I guess you do the Ace because he's at 7K and an extra 1K in case you need to counter out of it. Let's see if we do the math right here. But we see a 7K swing, most likely going into life here. Now, is Doffy gonna play? Yeah, pitch 2 cards. He has no choice, right? And we see a 6K swing going into life. Now, does he have the 2K counter? And no, he just takes it. He wants the cards. And we see the Shanks coming down, 10K going into life. Now, there's only 3 cards in Doffy's hand. There is absolutely no way he can counter out of that. Even with the Gum Rain in his hand, it is just no use. And you hate to see it. And I'm going to call it now. But yeah, Steven wins this one. So quick shout out to Steven for winning this. And guys, stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP03 content coming out soon. See ya!